official television station of Illini Sports. This is WCIA 3 Sports and your Illini Nation.
From selling beer at Illini games to putting the annual men's basketball game at the United Center in Chicago on hold, Josh Whitman has a lot on his plate these days. I had a chance to sit down one-on-one with the Illinois Athletic Director this afternoon to talk about everything going on in Illini Nation, including the biggest thing everyone wants to know about, guys, hockey.
Hockey.
Of course, it's hockey.
Every day. Every day somebody wants to know about Illinois hockey, which is great. I think it speaks to the interest that people have in the sport.
Does your answer change every day?
Not every day. It does change gradually over time, but not every day.
You say you're confident can be self-sufficient. How does that change your outlook and what it can be here at U of I, Josh?
That was a big moment for us to identify that we had a model in place that would allow us to support the operation of hockey. And again, I think it's important to separate that out from the facility itself, which has a whole other set of financial implications. But from a sport perspective, to be able to operate staffing, recruiting, travel, equipment, all the associated expenses, and to be able to do it by generating the revenue that hockey would create was important for us to recognize.
It all comes down to money, right? If someone had, how much more money would you need to get this project green-lighted?
Oh, I probably won't sit here and give you a number, but I think, you know, we're getting closer. We've got a few key partnerships that aren't quite there yet, and we can't move the project forward until we get them where we need them to be.
You've long said we will win, and you made it clear today now it's time to win. How much of that has changed in where you're at and your mindset and of everything coming to where it's time to succeed on the field for your two main sports here in football and men's basketball?
We've done a lot of heavy lifting in recent years. I'm not going to sit here and project wins and losses. It's not what I do. But I do think that fans will see more competitive teams, and I expect it will mean more wins. And I think we're in that window now, whether it's this year or next year, I don't know, but we're in that window where all of us have earned the right to be successful. And we've got the right people in place to have successful Big Ten programs.
Was attendance the biggest reason the United Center game is going to be put on hiatus, as you said, for a while?
There's no question that it has been. We tried this year to take a Big Ten game in there. And so it's, I think, a chance for us to take a step back, let the game breathe a bit, and then bring it back at the appropriate time when we think we can return some of the mystique and the enthusiasm around it at some point in the future.
You called it one of the two worst phone calls you've ever gotten as an AD to hear that news. You've visited with Bobby, right? How has he handled this just in the early stages of this, and you know, what is his mindset going forward now?
Bobby's a fighter. And Bobby's an incredible young man. He's got a great drive. He's got a great motor. He's got great inspiration. And so I have every expectation he will tackle this the same way that he tackled quarterbacks. I mean, he's going to hit it head on, and he's going to work as hard as he can to recover fully. And you know, we're not going to talk in great detail about his injuries or about his prognosis, but I know one thing. I know Bobby is going to accept this challenge and attack it the same way that he's attacked everything else in his life.
Thanks to Josh for his time today. He went on to say that Lovie Smith slept in Bobby Rountree's hospital room for about a week while he was down there after the accident first happened. Just goes to show Lovie and his commitment to his players.
Yeah, absolutely. They rallied around this kid.
Yes.
Knowing no matter what, we are there for you.
Yes, and they will have more opportunity to donate some money to help the Roundtree family coming up here later this year.
Good to see. All right.